Welcome back to another Success Sunday. Yay! There's a lot going on throughout the week. Lab gets in the way, more lab get into way, your career get into way, family get into way. There's a lot of stuff that goes get in your way on your way to accomplish your goal that are beyond your control, and you do your best to handle them all. If you're anything like me, you are tired. At least this week was a lot for me. A lot of different things was going on, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of plates in the air, all those wonderful examples that we use to say, I'm just pretty much busy. I act like I have 8 arms, 3 heads, and 10 feet because I have to do all of it and all of them are important. So tonight for Success Sunday, I am going to focus on recovering time. I just don't have the same format because it's just a conversation. I don't have tips to do because I just want to talk with you to just take a breather. My action step you'll see is very simple. So I'll come back after our usual introduction to talk about recovering time. Wonderful. As I mentioned, today is caregiver. That's how I am. But the caregiver sometimes don't take good care of myself. So for tonight, what I'm talking about is Success Sunday because I come in every day, not every day, every week, and talk about what are you going to do to make sure that starting Monday to next Sunday, you have a plan where you're going to make sure you're successful. The task that you need to do for your business are done. The task you need to do for your career are done, for your children, whatever it is that major goal you need to accomplish, you have a set of action and task that's going to get you closer and closer. But guess what? We have to create recovering time in some of those plans. I normally don't do that, but because I'm so much more busy, I am busier, not so much more because I am busier in this season of my life. I recognize that I definitely need to schedule some recovering time, some time to breathe, some time to relax. If I fall behind or not, what do I do to catch up and make sure I keep my momentum up? For those of you who do not know me, I am Dr. Daphne Phillip. I am the CEO and founder of Parallelogram Institute. I am also the creator of Couple Movement. Destination U is because I want you to reach your life or your final version of who you aspire to be. And I'm also the creator of the leading, inspiring, innovative movement because that's where my core is. No matter what I do with my clients, I keep them inside those three pillars or the three quads, if you want to call them. And at the end of March, I'm going to definitely launch the Teachers Business Academy. You're going to see a lot of changes. So that's why you're going to understand what I'm going to talk about today. Because of all those moving pieces, we carry so much level of details and energy that sometimes that I forget to take a break. What do I do with all of that? What I do is I work with teachers who love teaching, that's their calling, but they hate their jobs, right? Because they're burnt out, really overworked and underpaid. So I create this 5 step process that's going to teach them how to leverage what they already know to transition into entrepreneurship so they could do what they love. They can control their time and get paid what they really worth. So everything I do, I keep them within those confines. Right. So let's move on to today. So I have 3 questions, and we're just going to talk about those 3 questions. How are you handling your busy schedule? Are you paying attention to your energy level? Do you have someone monitoring you to make sure you don't burn out? The reason I have this question this week, I was in a loop of I'm busy from one activity to next. The time I woke up from 5:30 to the time I lay myself to bed 11:30, I was constantly busy, mentally, physically, right? And by Friday, even now, I'm talking to you. I'm bringing up my energy because I want to excite you, get you engaged. But truth be told, I'm tired this week, right? And it's okay to say you are tired. If your current schedule and you're not handling it well, pause. It is your dream, it is your goal. You know, God didn't get you this stage where you are exactly in your life. I know people keep saying, keep up the momentum. Yes, you keep up the momentum. However, in keeping up the momentum, your schedule, you're going to find a break to just take a deep breath for a moment where you're going to put the phone down, turn off the computer, put the book down, put everything down, where you sit and be and just breathe or go outside in the air. You've heard that before. I didn't do none of that this week. I just kept going, 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 going. And I'm kind of like borderline burnout already for this week because of my schedule. There's so much going on. And so I just, what I'm saying, take care of yourself. I'm coming in to say, don't do that because I am definitely going to do it different this upcoming week. I'm definitely going to look for opportunity to pause, to breathe, to drink water. You know, when I get so busy, sometimes I don't drink as much water that you're supposed to. Like sometimes when you get headache, when you get tired, or you think you're hungry, it's necessary because you're hungry. You probably just need some more water. So make sure you do that part. That's my plan this week because I didn't do very well at all last week. I just kept going, even though my body was like, my next question, energy, I didn't have any, but I kept pushing. So now I got to keep up the momentum. I don't want to fall behind. I got deadline to meet. I have this to do. And I kept going down the list because I wouldn't accept any excuses to why I needed to slow down, even though my body was the one saying, please take a nap, sit down, just take a drink of water, listen to a bit of music. If you take 10 to 15 minutes, my body was like, I will continue working. I just need a quick break. I didn't listen. I kept pushing, right? And that's not good. I do not want that to become a habit of mine where I'm not listening to my body. Because if you don't listen to the little quick, hey, tap on the shoulder. It's going to throw a rock on my head and then it's going to drop a house on myself, which I end up in the hospital. I heard that spiritual story where life throw you a pebble, you don't pay attention, then throw a rock at your head, you don't pay attention, and it drop, and then it create a crisis, and then you pay attention. Then I don't want to be that person. I want to catch myself now because I noticed it last week. So how I'm going to move on this week at the end of March because there's a lot that need to be done by the end of March. Especially if I'm launching Teachers Business Academy, a lot of moving pieces that need to be on point, ready to go, so we can move forward and serve my client at the highest level. So that's why I'm here. Next, do you have people? I do have people, and they strongly suggest that I sit my butt down or take a nap, go to sleep, or drink some water, and then they'll help me catch up. But I do have that. That's why I have it. Because sometimes when you don't have no one looking after you, or you don't listen to the people you place in your life to take care of yourself, then that's the problem. I listen to my people because I give them permission to speak into my life and to see what I don't see because I'm so close to it. I'm like, I got blinders on, right? I'm going to share a picture with you this week, and you look, when your eyes are closed, you're so concentrated, you're working and working and working, and you like the horse. Sometimes if something bulldozer coming to knock you down, and the people that are in charge of you trying to move you out of the way, and you stubborn, you go back at the same position, and you get knocked out. That's not what I want you to do. So that's all I really have to share this week. My only tip for you, if you notice, like I usually have some kind of action plan, which is the same thing I'm gonna do for myself. Check your schedule. Find opportunity to take a 5 to 15 minutes break in between schedule. Like if you have a conference call, you have a meeting in between that, you know, drink some water, get up out of your seat. You know, where I'm sitting, I get up for a minute, you know, walk around your desk, go to the bathroom just to shake up and blood and, you know, stretch your arm up and bring some and breathe a few times to get some oxygen into your body. Find a time to schedule those things because that's what I'm gonna do. Literally, I've been looking at my schedule today. I'm like, okay, I'm between these two appointment, I'm gonna take a 10 to 15 minutes break, and then my energy levels. Am I slouching? Am I getting sleepy? Am I getting groggy? For some of us, it's Lent season. We kind of changing our diet a little bit, and you're fasting or whatever, definitely monitor that. So to change your energy, you just have to do some motion movement. I learned that from Tony Robbins. He said, make a move to change your energy level. You could do a high impact or do some jumping jack. Wherever you are, you can pick your knees up, stretch up and down. You know, that's what I learned from him. So I still do that, but because I was so busy last week, I didn't do what I know, right? We all know these things, but applying them, it doesn't come naturally when you're in the middle of you doing stuff. So that's definitely, I scheduled that on my schedule. I'm like, if I feel tired, so I'm going to check my energy around 12 o'clock, around 3 o'clock, because that's when I have a break. And then at 5 o'clock and right before I go to bed to make sure that I'm ready and I'm rested in between then. And yes, I checked in with my support system. I literally called and said, I needed a virtual hug. I needed somebody to speak encouragement into my heart. You know, you get, even when you're doing good things, sometimes that beat you down too, and you need somebody to say, "Hey, it's all right. Focus. You're on a good. You're on the right track." I needed a hug. I needed somebody to pour in some energy to me, so I called on my support system, and these ladies, you know, thank you, my friend Lisa and Hannah, LaShawn, and Lola, and of course my personal network, which, you know, my closest friend Wendy, and she's the one, and many I have many different crew checked in, you know, every other day because they know how I'm grinding, and they like, yo, are you okay? Are you alive? Do you need anything? You know, they check with me, Magali. They check in with me. I have so many of them. And I'm very grateful. That's because I do the same thing and I reciprocate the relationship. So that's all I'm at. That's all I have for you this week is really pay attention to how you're handling all the things that you have to do. I know if some of you may not stop, you cannot stop, you almost to the end. You need to keep up the momentum, but please take breaks. In between then, monitor your energy level, drink water, get some body movement. You may not be able to go that 20 minutes workout, but you could do 5 to 10 jumping jack. You could stretch out your arm. You could breathe deeply. You close your eyes and take a power nap where you at with some music soft to relax. Those are simple things that can be done where you are that you don't need too much time for. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is to take care of yourself and schedule that time. And these are the places that you can find me. You could always email me at info@parallelograminstitute.com. You could definitely, I am looking for people to join my Facebook group. When you do, I will give you my free workbook on mindset for taking part of my community. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel where this is also going to be uploaded for you to watch and share. And give me a like and some comment, even here in this video. Share with people that you know that are going through some of the stuff that I'm going through. Is you know what to do, but you get so busy that you do not do it. I want to wish you well, a prosperous, progressive week. We are surrounded by a lot of disaster and trauma and loss. However, we also surrounded with love, compassion, and patience, and wellness and health. So for those, I want to pour a lot more into you, and I share it with you to make sure that you stay alive and well to accomplish your goal, not only to accomplish it, but to live wealthy and healthy and long enough to enjoy the fruit of your labor. All right, I will see you next Sunday. Have a fantastic week.